Imagine this. It's the middle of World War II. Buzz bombs are dropping on England.
But it was seen with the naked eye in the searchlight.
Has it occurred to you that it might be a large eagle?
Secret agents are dodging danger in occupied France, and somehow, amidst all the chaos, a clueless airman accidentally becomes a war hero.
I can't keep going out there. I feel such a fool. There's someone looking at me.
Sounds like a plot only British comedy could dream up, right? Well, that's exactly what The Night We Dropped a Clanger delivered in 1959.
The time is 1400 hours, correct?
1400 hours, check.
That's funny. I make it 2 o'clock.
A wartime farce full of mistaken identities,
Name and number?
Aircraftsman Arthur Atwood, 2907-2037.
military mischief, and some of the finest character acting British cinema had to offer.
I always seem to get nougat. It's extraordinary.
But sir, it's the rubber.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the wonderfully ridiculous world of The Night We Dropped a Clanger,
I shall go to France myself and find out all I can.
a film that pairs World War II espionage
You've already made 3 missions behind the enemy lines. You can't chance your luck again.
with classic British slapstick.
I don't think I understand, or am I being a bit dim?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, of course.
You might not have heard of this one. It's a bit of a hidden gem, but by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why it's worth remembering.
Here, I'm not going in there.
Shut up and do as you're told.
I'll write to my MP.
He's been called up.
So let's set the scene. It's 1959. Britain is just starting to move out of the post-war era, and audiences are craving laughs.
I can't see us passing off this chap as the wing commander of A Wing, earning $2,000 a year.
In steps this military comedy. It stars Brian Rix, the king of farce at the time, in not one, but 2 roles.
Now for the second scroll.
The green grass.
The dashing wing commander Blenkinsop,
Oh yes, of course. 2 steaks, rare for me. What about you, Spindle?
Medium, please.
and the bumbling aircraftman Arthur Atwood.
If he's so keen, let him go.
Don't be a twerp, he's dead.
I knew it!
That's where the confusion begins, and where all the fun starts. The film kicks off with a curious problem. Tiny, unpiloted enemy aircraft
The slightest vibration might set that thing off.
Right.
start landing mysteriously across southern England. Enter Blenkinsop, a decorated secret agent with a stiff upper lip and a top-secret assignment. Sneak into occupied France and figure out what's going on.
Gentlemen, there's not a moment to spare. Search your ranks. My double must be found today.
But plot twist. The British brass cook up a diversion to confuse the Germans. They recruit Atwood, a lowly aircraftman who just so happens to be Blenkinsop's exact double,
Help! Pull the cord! Let me out! Stop the car!
to head off to North Africa.
To make you look so like Blenkinsop, even his own mother won't know.
What about my mother?
She won't either.
But she will.
Oh.
I've got dimples.
Unfortunately, thanks to the kind of bureaucratic muddle only a military farce can deliver, the 2 men are sent to the wrong locations.
I should clear up nicely when we reach the Mediterranean. Where the place are you heading for? Cairo!
Blenkinsop ends up sweating it out in the desert, while Atwood is dropped right into the heart of Nazi-occupied France.
Doesn't waste much time, does he?
Fantastic character.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Now, Atwood isn't exactly 007. He's a bit of a dolt, completely unprepared, and his attempts at espionage are, let's just say, unconventional.
Isn't I?
But in an incredible run of dumb luck, and with a lot of dodging, stumbling, and accidental brilliance, he manages to bumble his way back to England in one of the buzz bombs.
I apologize. I'll have it removed. You remove that bit.
Yes, he literally rides it home. And here's where it gets even more bonkers.
Blenkinsop, my dear fellow. Blenkinsop, my dear fellow. I've never known such an outstanding man.
Once back in Blighty, everyone thinks Atwood is actually Blenkinsop,
The lock and key, will hear.
Oh, dear.
For how long?
Well, till the end of the war.
the poor mutt thinks he's me.
including Blenkinsop's girlfriend, Lulu, played with charm and comedic spark by Liz Fraser.
The last few weeks have been agony, absolute agony. But my Blenky's back.
Suddenly, Atwood is a hero and inching dangerously close to marrying into a life that absolutely isn't his.
What is it spent for? 2 ladies to see you, sir.
Cue more chaos. Atwood meets Lulu's formidable mother, played by the scene-stealing Irene Handel,
Got a kiss for your future mummy-in-law?
Yes, of course.
Of course he has.
and starts realizing that this whole impersonation business might have consequences.
Excuse me, sir.
Here, I thought Crippen was dead.
Atwood attends his award ceremony at Buckingham Palace. Events unfold dramatically afterwards. Stopping at a men's conveniences, he's shocked to find a familiar face, none other than the real Blenkinsop, confused and defeated, and ready to reclaim his life.
I'm not blinking with her. Blinking anything.
I'm Atwood.
After a classic face-to-face mix-up moment, the two swap back, leaving Atwood to return to his humble life.
Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. It was a right pleasure.
At least until the next military mishap.
Give my love to Lulu.
Now, let's talk cast, because The Night We Dropped a Clanger is a who's who of British comedy talent.
Here, Ryder. You're gonna be evaporated.
Oh, I never could stand them needles.
Brian Rix is obviously the standout.
We shall rendezvous at the Duck's Bottom Farm, Paling Green, at 1300 hours.
But that's 1 o'clock.
Correct.
Pulling double duty and switching between roles
Would you send out 2 cups of cha and a wad?
with a kind of manic precision that defined his stage career.
If I can remove the arm connected to the firing groin, then all will be well.
He was famous for his farces at the Whitehall Theatre, and this film captures that same frantic energy.
New to this game, aren't you? Yes, sir. I thought so. You're only making a rod for your own back, you know.
Then there's Cecil Parker as the pompous Air Vice Marshal Sir Bertram Buckpasser.
Air Vice Marshal Buckpasser, here, sir.
The name alone is a joke,
Buckpasser.
bringing his signature deadpan delivery.
I shall have a double.
Ah, good. And a gin for me, please.
William Hartnell, who would go on to become the first Doctor Who, plays the gruff warrant officer Bright, with just the right mix of menace and exasperation.
Sergeant, I want this man put on a charge.
Leslie Phillips, yes, that smooth-voiced charmer,
Thanks, sir. I never waste any time if I can help it.
No, I can see that.
appears as Squadron Leader Thomas, giving us a taste of the suave, slightly clueless officer he became famous for.
You've got to evacuate, eh? Only till tea time. We don't want any little mishaps.
And watch for Hattie Jakes as Ada
Dirty habit.
and Vera Pierce as Madame Grilby.
The Air Ministry to teach you to speak the King's English.
Both drop in with smaller roles, but leave a lasting comic impression.
Oh, can't I guide a friend?
Behind the scenes, director Darcy Conyers keeps the pace brisk and the tone light.
I have begun to doubt my identity. It's appalling.
Quite honestly, I don't know you from Adam. The trouble is, you see, I'm Monty's double.
He'd later direct other comedies like The Night We Got the Bird, but Clanger was one of his more polished efforts.
See this lad gets promotion, will you? Shall we go?
The script keeps the misunderstandings coming fast.
I have suggestions.
Oh, I am so sorry. I think I've got some tablets.
No,
somewhere.
sir, I said I have a suggestion.
And the physical comedy, doors slamming, uniforms changing, lipstick marks on faces, people hiding in cupboards,
In there, Luke, in there.
Yes, of course I will.
Good morning.
never lets up.
No. Gyro compass flange.
As for filming, most of it was shot at National Studios, Boreham Wood.
And what are you growing there? Penicillin? No, it's my tash.
That gave the production solid sets and professional polish, even on a modest budget.
That's what they say at the meeting down our road.
The few exterior shots that do appear, including the English countryside and some stand-ins for French locations,
That gave me quite a kick.
If you don't pull yourself together, I'll oblige you with another one.
were likely done in nearby areas that doubled convincingly for war-torn Europe.
You ready, mate? Yes, I am. Ada!
When it comes to box office, The Night We Dropped a Clanger
You're an officer. Intelligent, fearless and suave.
How much?
Suave.
wasn't a massive hit, but it did respectably well, especially with fans of British stage farce.
Hello, Buckpasser here. Hello. Well, speak up, man.
It played to Rix's audience, the same folks who flocked to his Whitehall Theatre productions, and it found a cosy place in the post-war comedy canon.
All right, I won't be long, just hang on.
Critics at the time were mixed. Some appreciated the sheer absurdity and the strong performances,
Now, while I'm taking the sting out of that thing, I shall want you all out of harm's way on the other side of the road.
while others felt the plot was a bit too thin to stretch over 90 minutes.
Good evening, sir.
What? Oh, good evening, sir.
Over 6 decades later, it holds up as a snapshot of British comedy in its purest, farcical form.
This is Miss Darling, Air Vice Marshal Buckpasser.
So if you're a fan of classic British humour, think Carry On Films, Dad's Army, or The Lavender Hill Mob,
Well, it's quite safe.
Oh, it's perfectly safe, sir, yes.
Oh.
then The Night We Dropped a Clanger deserves a spot on your watch list. It's got charm, confusion, and a double dose of Brian Rix doing what he did best, making a complete mess of everything, and somehow coming out on top.
They didn't tell me about her neither.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've seen Clanger, or if you have another classic British comedy you'd love us to cover. And remember, if someone asks you to impersonate a war hero, maybe check your travel orders first.
Well, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done.
Well, that's the spirit. There's not a moment to lose.